Hey everyone. Give us a shout if you're in. Give us a little... That's it, hit the like button, here we go. Let's see who's... It tells me who's in then. Hope you're all good. Who have we got? Who have we got in the house? Lydia, hi. How's everyone's weekend? Are you warm? Yeah, I am, Emma. Actually, it's melting in here. One of the reasons it's melting is because I'm sorting things on the laptop. I've got moving things from hard drive to hard drive. That light is going to get hot later. Heating's on. It's going to warm up. So it was either this or no top. So I thought I'd PG it. It was a good weekend. That's good. That's good. What was your favourite bit about the weekend? Or something that you really liked doing? So I titled this today, Losing Fat, Reduce Body Weight, whatever. Who struggles with this? Who wants some tips on it? Because I see a lot of people talking about they want to lose weight, they want to do this, they want to do that. Walking dog actually cooked dinner. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Again, achieving little things. Little things might be massive. Like, if someone read that, they might not think that was a massive thing, but for you, that's a massive thing. Good weekend, but a busy day today. Yeah, I know all about that. I'm still behind on things that I need to do today. I've written a big to-do list for today, and I might have to pull a quite a late one. I'll get some of that. Get some of the nootropics on, the brain gain stuff. Yeah, annoying again. Yeah, how many pounds did you say you told me earlier? How many pounds have you gained this week? Because, like I say, you lost 5 centimeters, which is some good going. Again, like I always say, the numbers on a tape measure don't lie. A scale, however, I saw a thing today where someone said, I lost 3 pounds effortlessly or something like that, and people were asking her how she did it, and she said she went to the toilet. And it can be as easy as that. Half a kilo. Yeah, so if you think about it, Lydia, this is... Ooh, okay, bad example. It's about 800ml, 700ml. There we go. Always got things to measure things by. That, I don't make a bit of a weird comparison, but that is 500 millilitres, okay? So that's going to be is 0.5 of a kilo. Okay? So I wouldn't worry. And anyway, depending on what you've been eating, I'm sure it's water weight. In fact, I put good money on the fact that it's water weight. Hi Aaron, thanks for joining. Emma, I've hardly done it. Hi Emily. Emma, I've hardly done anything today, but that's set out to do. Yeah, no, that's good. Well, do what you can, I guess. It's one of those days. I even went for a jog to go and collect my car from the garage and all sorts of stuff. So I wasn't very good at drinking water last week. Yeah. Also, it's not always about how much water you're drinking. A lot of the time, the foods you're eating, they will contain like water and things like that. If you have something really salty, you're going to be like, your body's going to be crying out for water, and it's going to sap it out. Aaron, how are you? Long time no see. You guys seem to be liking the live videos and stuff, and the having your input and things like that, so that's good. I've had more salty food actually now you said that. Yeah, exactly. So best way I can put it, have you ever had a Chinese, like a Chinese takeaway, and then the next morning you're like really like dehydrated, or like you're really like thirsty in the middle of the night? You wake up in the middle of the night. Does anyone ever do that? Especially Chinese, it's one of those things. But sorry if I'm now going to make you crave it. Good, thanks. Finally managed to catch live. That's cool. Again, hopefully they're at all right times when I do them. 9ish and then 9:30 on Instagram. Again, I'll be doing more and more bits. It's just fitting it all in. But yeah, so if the reason you're super dehydrated after a Chinese or whatever it is because of the salt. As amazing as they taste, and the sugar and everything that's in it, it's not good for you. But probably one of my favourite takeaways, if not my favourite takeaway, if I'm honest. Probably shouldn't be saying that on a fitness page, but I don't care. It's my fitness page. No, I could sit here and tell you to eat steamed vegetables, 2 chicken breasts, plain brown rice 4 times a day, 6 times a week. Is that fun? No, I've done it. It's not fun. It was made more fun when I discovered the amazing gift that is Nando's sauces. That spices things up a bit, makes something a bit less bland. But again, hey Emma, thanks for joining. So again, like I say, I titled this losing fat / reducing weight. Does anyone know the difference? Do people want to know the difference? Or, because again, weight can mean many things. You could stay the same weight and yet your body fat reduces quite a lot. Again, it was going to go up and down. That's how the way it works, really. But for instance, I've had clients before, especially male clients, where they've been quite large, and then they've slimmed down, and then they've built muscle up, and they went back to the same weight they were. Again, women as well, but not always the same way. Fat is fat. Weight is just how heavy you are in all parts, not just fat. Yeah, exactly. So, like I say, if I drank this, again, I've used this analogy a lot, but if I drank this, it's about 800 millilitres, 750 maybe. 3/4 of a kilo, I'll put it that way. If I drank this and then jumped on the scale, I'm going to weigh more. Yeah? Doesn't mean I'm fat. Doesn't mean I've gained fat. There's no fat in water. Hey everyone that's just jumping on. So yeah, what do you guys struggle with losing weight? Again, I use the term losing weight because that's what people commonly use, like words like toning and stuff. I'm not gonna talk down to someone and tell them that I could, and tell them those words don't really mean anything. Like toning isn't a thing. Like, I don't want to super complicate things, but toning doesn't exist. It's not a thing. It's just a word one of those sort of jazzy words that someone's come up with. But if I said it to you, you would know what I meant. So when someone says to me, "Oh, I just want to tone up the back of my arms. I've got some bingo wings or whatever," I know what they mean. I don't need to go, "Hang on," every time. I don't need to make them feel shit because they've accidentally come up they've come across a word that technically isn't right. But yeah, so again, lots of hurdles in the way of all these things. What have been your main struggles? What's your main struggle? Is it food selection? Is it adherence? Is it, like I say, is it accountability? Is it, can you just not stop eating? What is it? Is it the choice of, I'll say your choice of foods that you're buying? It's got to be something. And I bet you all different. Everyone on here, I bet it's all different. So by all means, comment, let me know, what do you struggle with in regards to weight or body fat or your figure, we'll call it that. I think I'm just not constant. Okay, so inconsistency in food. One day low calorie, the next lots. Again, yeah, we've even reined that down a bit. It's just building the consistency, like you say, the constant. I know it's not always doable to have meeting the same criteria, hitting the same macros, the same calories. Macros, again, someone pulled me up on this the other day because they didn't know what I meant by macros. Macros is short for macronutrients. So you've heard of like calories, I'm sure. Macronutrients are things like how much protein, carbohydrates, fats, fibre to an extent, things like that. Micronutrients are like vitamins and things like that, but within those foods and whatever. Anyway, it's not always easy to hammer the same. Like I've got some clients that are bang on with it. One of them, I was speaking to one of them earlier. Literally day in, day out, there's probably a 20 calorie difference. So she'll be hitting these numbers religiously. But again, that's an experience thing as well, because I know I had one of those Tesco meal deal wraps. I know that's 439 calories, or roughly. Again, you just get to know these things, like a massive bar of Galaxy chocolate that I have here. that I'm not going to throw in your face because that's not very nice. That's loads of calories, but you just get to know these things. If I don't track my things, and again, I'm not religious with it myself, I'll be honest. Unless, if I really want the progress, if I really want to change things, the science doesn't lie. You have to be rigid with it. As much as you can. So, that's not saying that it take over your life, but again, it takes maybe 2 seconds on a calorie tracking app. It takes 2 seconds to scan a barcode. It comes up, boom, and you just press which meal you had that for, breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever, or snack, whatever. Boom, it's on. 2 seconds. And then you know and you get a better idea, and then that's how you progress. It's not rocket science. It's no secret. There's no big mystery to it. I don't need to flog. If I didn't have any morals, I could make a killing on these fat loss things, the teas and all that sort of stuff, the fat burners and things like that. I'd make a killing because I know that's a weak point for people. I know everyone just wants a quick fix. I went to a supplement shop on the weekend, and one of the customers in there, we were like socially distanced and whatever else, but I was getting some bits and bobs. Girl came in who is now on this page. Hi, if you're watching. Sorry to mention you, and she literally said, I'm at my, I don't know, word for word, but she was like, I'm at my wit's end. I just need something. I need Phil, I need your strongest fat burners you've got, because, and people just want the quick fix, but that's not always their fault. It's because that's what they're led to believe will work. Yes, there are a lot of shortcuts in life that can help you out. I can't think of one on the top of my head. A car machine polisher is going to take less time, potentially, than doing it by hand. Typing something out on a keyboard is probably going to take less time than handwriting it. And then copying it again and again and again. Do you know what I mean? So, some things work, some things are invented for a reason. Certain products are just aimed to get money off of you. Like I say, I don't want to start slating people. I know there's people on here that take boosters and all this sort of stuff, and I don't want to fall out with people. Do what you want to do, that's cool. But I'm saying the science doesn't lie. Science of energy in versus energy out. Yes, there's other factors, depending on the person. Someone might have PCOS. They might have, there might be a celiac, there might be gluten-free, there might be vegan, there's lots of different things that come into it. They might not be getting the sleep, they might have a high intolerance to something, but basically the fundamentals don't lie. And that's really, you can't dress it, you can't really get away with dressing it up anymore. Yes, I could send you to a slim club or whatever. It just doesn't help. Doesn't help in some ways. I'm sure it helps with motivation and things for a lot of people. Accountability, turning up, their friends are doing it with them, their mum's doing it with them, whatever. That's great if that's going to help you on your goal. I know people that have lost 6 stone on these slim club things, but then they just pile it back on again. They don't know, it doesn't give you a better relationship with food, and that's the problem. That's what I have a problem with. One of my old clients, she had a gastric band put in, and she dropped it off. Lovely, How I am if you're watching. And she lost loads, but she still said to me, it hasn't actually changed my eating. Like, yes, she's more conscious of stuff now. You have to be with a gastric band, but I remember her saying it's not, that quick fix almost hasn't educated me in the way of, now what do I do to stop that, to make that most effective. It's not rocket science. It's really not. And it's okay if you don't understand it, because that's where I come in. That's where I can help you with. I don't want to feel like I'm talking down to people when I say it's not that hard, because it's easier said than done. I've never been obese. I've been borderline obese apparently when I was more muscular, according to BMI. That's how much rubbish that is for someone like me. But again, if you're morbidly obese, BMI makes sense. It's just not the best way of doing things, but just there's ways and approaches. There's so many different ways. If you've found something that works for you, that's cool. If you've sank all your money into a pyramid scheme, and you just go on to these groups, go on to these like weight loss groups and stuff, and people will be like, oh, have you tried doing this or joining this company? And then you'll get loads of people going, don't do it. I've lost thousands of pounds doing it, sinking it into this. And that could be lots of things. That could be that they were crap at selling it. Don't know. Lots of different things. So Jess, motivation when weight stays the same is tricky. Yeah, and again, it will plateau. It will. The body is stubborn. There's a good old saying, the one place you want to lose it off is probably going to be the last place. Okay? So, someone said to me today, they don't like this part on their back. Fat, you can't pinpoint where you want to lose fat from, unfortunately. I wish you could. I'd be a millionaire probably. It's probably going to be the most stubborn. If there's more fat there, you're going to lose it from other places. And I don't know how many females are on this, but normally you lose it from places, and I'm sure you're well aware, you lose it from, the bust, the bum, places you probably want to keep that size, and you just drop it from there. There we go, they did bra strap fat, yeah, so you get what I mean. It's probably going to be the most stubborn, yes, but you'll lose it in other areas. Like I say, you were saying you lost 5 centimeters. Was that where you wanted it? It was overall, but there's a reason you do multiple points of measuring. Does that make sense? When you're measuring body metrics, there's a reason you don't just do the waist. Because the waist might be the most stubborn bit. People hold fat in different areas. A lot of guys, they hold it on their gut, as you've seen, like beer bellies and all that sort of stuff. A lot of women, they can hold it sort of like their lower back. So they have like this section on their back that sticks out above their bum. Arms, again, lots of different places. You guys can tell me, I'm sure, you hold it in different areas. I met one bloke once where his hands would go really fat. Couldn't believe it. So random. I'm sorry if you see this. You know who you are. So random. Really podgy face and hands, he was telling me. And then it wasn't until he lost the weight that we saw the difference. Lower tummy, Same, lower tummy for me. Okay, yeah. So guys, let's get you guys involved here. Where's the most stubborn? Whoever else is watching, where's the most stubborn for you? Where do you feel like you've got the most body fat? I'm sure it'd probably be different for some of you, but there'll be some positive correlations here. Lower tummy, arms, yeah. When you say arms, do you mean where on the arm? Do you mean here, the tricep? Is it here? Here? Forearm? Wrists? Stomach and legs, maybe everywhere. Yeah, and again, Jess, where on your legs? Where on your legs? Are we talking the main thigh? Are we talking your calves? The second one. Which one's that, Lydia? Sorry. Where do you feel? So this is my arm. I've got a bit of fat there. Look. As you can tell, I've not been training for a while. Don't laugh at my skinny arms. So, the bicep, or biceps, I should say, there's two of them. Triceps down here, 3. Bingo wings bit, yeah, cool. Okay. Lower abdomen, hopefully skin as well. Again, another Emily. I know you've got a little one, haven't you? Again, a lot of that when having a kid, that can make things a little bit worse, and especially if you have quite a big baby, it can stretch the muscles, the intercostals, and all the sort of. There's different layers to your abs, if that makes sense. Like, you can stretch muscles so they don't always go back. So if you have lots of pregnancies, especially, you're constantly wearing away, stretching these muscles that, they have a purpose. I didn't have a big baby. I actually had a big one. Yeah, again, if you've lost weight quite suddenly, like if you're quite big, and then you've slimmed down quite fast, that can happen. Like excess skin and things like that. Again, now that I guess you're not always going to get rid of all of it, but the amount of resistance training and stuff you're putting in or were before lockdown. And again, I'm really looking forward to getting you on the barbell, to be fair, because I'm pretty sure everyone on this live who doesn't tell me who's on it still, but everyone who's on here that I've trained has some really good potential, and I don't need to just say that for the sake of saying it. You're all different, but the amount of the things that the little cogs going around in my head with, like one of you especially, who I don't think she's on here, so she might see this later, wants to start looking at Olympic lifting, and things like clean and jerks, pushing above the head, and all this sort of like Olympic stuff. Yeah, and again, it will tighten up this skin. It's as weird as that sounds. Again, doing certain things, so like underneath the breast there are muscles. Obviously you've got chest muscles. Obviously the breast is what it is, but underneath it, and you can tighten that up, and that can lift and all sorts of stuff. So yeah. John, how are you? Long time no see. Hope you're good. It's a blast from the past. I miss weight training and the feeling you get afterwards. Yeah, I know what you mean, Em. I know what you mean. We're going to have to get you some weights, aren't we? Let's face it. Going to have to do some bits. Hopefully, like I say, I don't want to sound like a downer. I'm not too optimistic that the lockdown will end too soon. I mean, if it does, bonus. I always sort of plan for the worst, hope for the best, plan for the worst. If it's another 2-3 months, it is what it is. Nothing we can do about it. But that doesn't mean you should just sit there and, woe is me kind of thing. There's so much that can be done. So much can be done. Like, for instance, if I said this before, if someone had an injury or something and they couldn't weight train, or they couldn't, they broke their ankle or something, and they couldn't do like a lot of training, you'd focus on other things, maybe upper body, but say they hurt, I don't know, their neck or their back or something, and they couldn't do any sort of training, you'd look at the food side of things. There's always, give us a comment on here if your sleep patterns are rubbish. I don't think any of you realise the effects of bad sleep on fat loss. Oh, Seymour. Don't only just came for a Zoom call for my school. Discuss how they can survive with lockdown. Yeah, again, it's one of those things. But all we can do is just bow down and go, okay, government, okay. Just let us know when we can go out again. Yeah, okay, thanks. Katie, Angeline, hi Angeline. Emily, are you saying yes to the rubbish sleep? I should have a board in front of me with topics, really. Is that what you're on about? Poor sleep? If you had to, okay, everyone who's watching this at the moment, we're at the 34-minute mark, roughly. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being super poor or 0, super poor, 10 being incredible, what would you score your quality of sleep? I do this with my clients on their check-ins and stuff. One of the questions is, each day they will rate the sleep from the night before. Again, people just think PT is just, you see them for an hour and they just send you on your way. They don't see all the back of house stuff that I do. Okay, some good numbers here. Okay, it is a 4 out of 10. So 4 being not great. 3, yeah. So like 1 being rubbish sleep, 10 being brilliant sleep. Yeah. Shown as an 8. Okay, cool. Angeline 3, Jess 5. Okay. I like this sort of thing. Okay. Now that you've just rated it, the first thing that comes to mind, I want you to put in there in the comments why you think that might be. Do you have a cat that sits on your face at 2 a.m? Do you have a newborn baby? Do you have neighbours that party till 2 a.m? I don't know. What is it? Is it work related? Is it stress? Does your other half elbow you in the night? I don't know. Shift patterns. Okay. Shift patterns is a tough one. Granted. Normally, I mean, there are ways of dealing with shift patterns and stuff, but it is a long, hard sort of road. Can't switch off, overthinking, mixed shifts, constant worry of deadlines, finances. Yeah, again, life stresses, yeah. Myself, I've identified. I mean, I'll constantly sort of review this sort of thing with myself, but I might actually start implementing. Now that I've just thought of it, I might start implementing like a monthly. I'm gonna sit down and give myself a good fucking talking to about stuff. Where could I have gone better? What could I have done better at this, and this? Could I have trained harder this day? Could I have not missed a meal this day? You know what I mean? Analyse it and get more efficient at stuff. But nightmares, work pattern, cats, work anxiety. Give myself time to relax in the evening. Did I have a small child? That is important. Helps me sleep well. I think being busy in the day is only me time. I don't want to waste it sleeping. Yeah, again, there are some people that will swear by 4 hours of sleep a day. Some people can just operate that way. I've done it before. I mean, I went through a phase of, sleep is weakness, and well, no, it's not really that bad, but like, I'd rather be busying up and doing stuff. It catches up with you though. It does catch up with you. Not machines. I sometimes wake up at 4 a.m. and then don't go to bed till midnight. So there have been days where I've done 20. I remember I was up once for like 26 hours. I remember that not long ago. Not long ago at all. So one of the things, basically, before I tangent on, one of the things I've identified is that I'm going to, again, I put these things in place ages ago, and then you know how you sort of go back on yourself and things. My phone charger, which is by my bed, is now going to come this side of the room, over there. So I can't, if I have to, again, it works good as an alarm, because if my alarm goes off, I have to get out of bed and go over there and sort it out. But if it's on charge and it's next to my bed, on like next to the pillow or whatever, I'm more inclined to just, I'll just have a look, and then you don't switch off. I think I read something somewhere where, and this Shona, this would make sense for you, because you said you chill out in the evening for a while before going to bed. I remember hearing about this thing where you need to keep the bedroom within reason. Obviously, not everyone is, has a living room and different rooms for stuff, but the bedroom is for sleeping. I can't talk because it's like my office, everything, I can work out in here and stuff. They keep the bedroom for sleeping, so as soon as you get into that bedroom, you associate it with sleep. You get into bed, you don't go in bed and sit there on your laptop for 2 hours. You need to distinguish certain areas, and coming off your phone, like one of the things I put in place is I'll try not to be on my phone after 8 p.m. apart from when I'm doing my lives. That's my exemption, but 8 p.m. and it's over there on charge, not being touched, because 8 p.m. until, say I go to bed at 11, that time I could spend reading a book, switching off from technology and stuff. I'm always plugged into stuff. That's the problem for me personally. I don't know about you guys, but it's so easy these days. You've got TVs, you've got iPads, you've got laptops, phones, watches and stuff. I'm not even the biggest fan of watches that are computers. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you just need to switch off, which is very, one of the reasons I have a separate phone that I don't even know the number. If I'm honest, I don't even know the number to it, but all that's on it, really, some emergency stuff that I need, but my music, photos, camera. There's no real work stuff on this. I need to delete that app actually. That reminds me. You know, I don't have Facebook on it. I could just, if I want to go out for a walk or I want to do a workout, I'm not going to be distracted on here. It's like having a separate sort of device altogether. I'm not going to get distracted, because what I've found before, and I'm going on about distractions now. So I'd go in a gym, and if I didn't have my notepad with me or something, I'd use my phone. I'd have my phone on me anyway for doing music, whatever. Maybe monitoring my heart rate with an app that I've got. And I'd just be like, I'd put in my input in my info. Okay, I've just done this on the leg press, and then the notification will pop up at the top, and it'd be like, "How much is your personal training?" And I'll be like, "Oh, I've got someone's interested in PT. And I'll be literally like, I've seen people look at me in the gym, going, "What the fuck's he doing?" I'm just standing there in the middle of the gym, texting. Fucking nightmare. Sorry, I ranted on a bit there. So, nightmares, texting me to fall asleep. Again, having a really cluttered room. Like I said about the separation of the bedroom and the living room, if you spend a lot of evening time in the living room with the TV and stuff, you're literally going into another space where you sleep, if that makes sense. Hopefully this makes sense. I'm not just rambling for the sake of it. And my old room is so cluttered. So, not cluttered, but the walls are so busy. So, and I've said this on countless lives about, if you ever gone to a hotel room and you have a really good night's sleep, and it's so minimalist, like it's just white walls and the odd bit of random artwork and stuff, but it's not things for you to distract you. Like when I look around here, I've got loads of distractions as it is. But I mean, I'm constantly trying to make that better, but I will face the wall. I won't show you, well, you've seen my wall before, but I will face the wall, so everything, all the books, all of the candle bits, the lights, the fan, everything over here, little fox cactus, and all of my other bits are just out of sight, out of mind, which is easier said than done. I get that. My office too. Yeah, so your bedroom is your office. Again, that can be trust me, I know, I'd love my own separate office, my own separate space. It doesn't always work out like that, does it? But hey, like same with my home gym. I would love my own studio space, and I could have an office there as well. Who knows what this year might bring? But training at home is hard for a lot of people, especially me. I've got all the equipment I need. Doesn't mean I always get to train there. Doesn't mean I always get stuff done. I'm off to eat Tang fast sticks because why not? Okay. Don't blame you. I had some earlier. Can't wait to start training. No, I feel like Blair and just need to start feeling. Again, it will soon come. It will soon, as soon as. That's what I love about exercise. Like, people feel amazing straight after it, and they're like, "Why didn't I do that before?" And I hear that so much. People say it to me all the time. I wish I'd met you ages ago, or I wish I'd started this ages ago. I get that all the time. It's one of them things. Hindsight's a great thing. My room is everything. Yeah. So again, if your room is everything that you've got, all of your stuff, everything, super busy. Again, there are things like calming music and lights and what are those water things you can get? You know, like the scent things. They're like dripping noises and stuff. And they're like scented candle sort of thing. I know what I mean. Loads of things, humidifier things, that bit. Back onto our random ones. I can't keep the routine. Yeah, constant changes. If you're not in a regular pattern, it's going to mess with you. Same with anything. Same with like strength training. If you're inconsistent, like there's a reason that the best sort of like bodybuilders in the world, the people that go on stages and all this sort of stuff, there's a reason they're that size, is because they've done probably the same workout for the last 15 years. Boring, but consistent, and it works, and it, you know what I mean? You've got to lay the foundations. That's one of my problems. With writing my own workouts, I'll be like, oh, I haven't done this in a while, and I'll change it up, and I'll be, instead of back squatting, I'll be throwing it above the head and all sorts of stuff. So you got to keep consistent with everything, food, everything. Yes. What are you saying yes to, Shona? Sorry, I'm a bit behind on the comments. I'm going to head over to Instagram in a minute. I'm just training. Yeah. Cool. I'll tell you what then. Any more last minute entries? I'm going to go over to Instagram because I've been on here for nearly an hour. Hey Claire, you just joined. I'm just about to go onto Instagram. Move over there. I've been on here for about an hour. Sorry. Hope you're all good though. Right, well, in that case, I'll catch you guys soon. Any questions, you need help with anything, inbox me, I'll get back to you. I'm not a massive company that, employs people to message you and stuff. It's all me. So everything, a personalised touch, doesn't get more personal than that. So hit me up. I'll see you later.